All right, Lane, you've had a couple days to marinate on the win over Hawaii. Any extra thoughts after watching a lot of film, I'm sure?
Well, we got a lot of areas to improve on, which is good. If you play perfect, the players don't understand that there's a lot of work to be done. So we didn't by any means in all three phases of the game. We made a lot of mistakes. So it was good to get back out on the practice field and start working on those.
What are the areas that you're singling out as areas of improvement?
Well, number one, we got to run the ball better. We got to be more efficient in the run game. And number two, we got to play better pass defense. We should not have given up that many yards in the pass game. We got to play better.
A lot of talk about your quarterback and receivers going in. How'd you feel like their timing was in the first game?
I thought their timing was really good. For some reason, we had an abnormal number of drops in the game, including 3 by Marquise, which is very abnormal. So we're working on it.
Matt and Marquise talked after the game about a little verbal confrontation they had on the field. Is that Matt being a leader? What was your take on the two of them sort of hashing it out in the field?
Yeah, I don't look at it as a confrontation. I look at it as two phenomenal players who have very high expectations, as you can see with their quotes in the media after the game. They expected to play better.
So many talented guys in this offense. Did you find it hard in the first game to spread the wealth among them?
No, I think they're very unselfish. They understand the defense will dictate a lot where the ball goes by who they take away and what they try to do.
All right, we move on this week to Syracuse, first road game of the season. What are your thoughts on looking at the Orange?
Well, I think that they're playing really well, and I think we can't be misled because they lost that game that they played. They should have won that game a million times. They outgained them. They did everything except for turnovers and special teams, and they threw for more yards than anybody in the country. You don't do that by accident. They're really good.
Yeah, their head coach, Doug Maroney, said he wished Matt Barkley had left for the NFL. Do you wish Ryan Nassib had left for the NFL after watching his first game?
Yeah, and he looks like it. He looked great. He made so many plays out of rhythm, but he did the same to us early in the game last year as well.
Will this be the first big test for your secondary? And what do you expect of them, and what have you talked to them about this week?
I think it's a huge test for our defense, especially as these guys they're getting healthier. When they get a lineman back or a receiver back, that's after throwing for more yards than in the country. So we're gonna have our hands full.
First road game of the season, you take some of these young guys on the road. What do you tell them about their first road experience?
Well, we're gonna have to show them by example. That it's about preparation and it has nothing to do with where we're playing or what's going
on. You fell to number 2 this week, but still have that bullseye on you. How do you feel like the team has handled the expectations, and did so last week?
I think they did a good job last week. Those rankings of 1 and 2 that doesn't even have anything to do with this team. They don't even think about it, and so we don't really even talk about it.
A lot of teams don't schedule out of their region. Obviously, you're going all the way across country. Do you think it's important to do that?
Well, I think it's good for our fans. I think it's good for our fans and the families of our kids to get to see their kids go play in a place like that. I think it's very exciting for them.
What's your general take on non-conference scheduling? Obviously, and do you think it'll change with the sort of new half playoff format that starts next season?
Well, I think it's really complicated. I think there's a lot of variables depending on conferences that you're in. We play 9 conference games, and we lock with Notre Dame every year. So that's 10 highly competitive games already, which most people don't have.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing you in New York this week. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Coach.